Aglaonema Silver Bay, a tropical legend, reimagined for indoor life. Not every plant was born to thrive indoors, but this one was perfected for it. This is Aglaonema Silver Bay, a striking, silver-brushed foliage plant bred to be effortless. A go-to for stylists, plant pros, and beginners alike. It's tropical, timeless, and tough. Whether it just showed up as a gift or it's your latest plant store pickup, this is your full guide. Not just to care for it, but to truly make it thrive. You're watching Roots and Roasts. Let's grow with intention, from soil to styling, starting with one of the most resilient tropicals you can own. Let's get into it. Aglaonema is no newcomer to the plant world. It's one of the oldest cultivated houseplants in horticultural history, tracing its roots deep into the shaded, humid understory of Southeast Asia's tropical forests, where it evolved beneath dense canopies, thriving in diffuse light and warm, moist air. The species you see today in homes and offices, especially the cultivar Silver Bay, is the result of decades of selective breeding. It was engineered in the late 20th century by breeders in Florida, part of a movement to create tropical ornamentals that could endure life indoors. Less humidity, less light, and often less love. What sets Silver Bay apart is its broad lance-shaped leaves, a signature silvery midrib, and remarkable tolerance to a wide range of conditions, all while maintaining the air-purifying benefits that made Aglaonema famous in NASA's clean air studies. It belongs to the Araceae family, making it a cousin to philodendrons, pothos, and peace lilies, all known for their adaptive foliage and robust root systems. But don't let its elegance fool you. Under the surface, it's a survivor, and that's what makes it such a powerhouse in the modern indoor jungle. To help your Aglaonema Silver Bay thrive, you have to start with the one resource it evolved with under a jungle canopy: light, but not too much of it. In the wild, this plant grew under dense layers of trees. It got gentle, filtered sunlight, never harsh direct rays. Indoors, this means it does best in bright, indirect light, like near an east-facing window or across the room from a south or west-facing one, where the sun bounces softly off the walls. Here's your pen and pad moment. Jot this down. Bright indirect light gives you the best growth and color. Direct sunlight? That's a no. It'll burn those tender leaf edges. And yes, it can survive in low light, like in an office or hallway, but growth will slow dramatically. Here's why. In low light, the plant goes into survival mode. It still photosynthesizes, but it slows down. You might get a new leaf every couple months, and variegation fades as the plant produces more chlorophyll to compensate. It's still healthy, just on pause. Now that we've found the right light, let's protect those roots. Because when it comes to the Aglaonema Silver Bay, watering is where most people go wrong. But frequency? That depends entirely on your pot size. For a standard 6 to 8 inch pot, expect to water every 10 to 14 days. Larger 10 to 12 inch containers? That stretches to 14 to 20 days. And if you got a big floor plant in a 12 inch or wider container, you might only water it every 3 to 4 weeks. Water in a circle around the root zone. Don't just dump it in the middle. And always let excess water drain out. No plant want wet feet. Grab your notebook. This is your Silver Bay watering protocol. It's not about sticking to a calendar. It's about knowing your pot size, your conditions, and your plant's language. Learn this, and overwatering won't be your story. We just talked about how to water. Now let's talk about where that water goes. Because the right pot and the right soil can make or break this plant, no matter how good your intentions are. Let's start with the pot itself. Terracotta breathes. It wicks moisture from the soil, allowing air to flow to the roots. It's perfect if you tend to overwater, or if your home holds moisture well. Glazed ceramic? More water retention. It's great if your space is dry, like in winter with heaters or AC. Plastic works too, especially for short-term setups or high-traffic spaces. Just watch for water buildup. Whatever you choose, it must have a drainage hole. That's not a suggestion. Decorative cash pots? Fine, but keep your plant in a nursery pot inside, and always empty the tray. Roots need oxygen, just like leaves do. Next up, soil. And let's be clear, what you buy off the shelf is often too compact on its own. For a Silver Bay, you want something that drains fast, but retains enough moisture to keep roots hydrated. Here's our trusted mix: 50% indoor potting soil, 25% perlite for airflow, 25% orchid bark, or cocoa chips to mimic loose, airy jungle soil. Here's your pen and pad moment. This is the formula we use in every school program, every corporate install, and every Focus New York delivery. A breathable pot, a mix that mimics nature, and roots that can actually breathe. So now that your plant is in the right home, let's talk about when it outgrows it. Because roots don't wait, and Silver Bay gives you signs when it's ready to move. Knowing when to repot is key to a healthy, long-living Silver Bay. And when the roots can't breathe, the entire plant slows down. Growth stalls, water sits too long, and leaves start to decline. But catch the signs early, you keep it thriving. Here's what to watch for. Are roots poking out the drainage hole? Is your plant leaning like it's too big for its boots? Does water linger at the top when you water or drain way too fast? Or do you spot roots circling the inside of the pot when you gently lift it? Once it's time, here's how to do it right. Gently remove the plant. Tip the pot sideways, squeeze, or tap the sides if needed. Examine the roots. If they're tightly circling, loosen them gently. This tells them that they've got room to grow again. Fill your new pot, only 1 to 2 inches wider, with your custom aeroid mix. Set the plant at the same height as before. Don't bury the crown. Fill in around the root ball, tap gently to settle the soil, and water thoroughly. Let that excess drain completely. Let's lock this in. Not too big a pot, not too deep, always fresh soil, and a gentle start back into light. That's how you reset the roots without stressing the plant. Repotting resets the root zone, and that means your Silver Bay is primed to grow. But to thrive, it needs more than water and light. It needs fuel. Let's talk fertilizer, the kind that keeps leaves vibrant, roots strong, and growth steady. During the growing season, from spring through early fall, feed monthly with a balanced liquid fertilizer. Look for a 10-10-10 or 20-20-20 formula, and always dilute it to half strength. Too much will burn those roots. Prefer less fuss? Go with slow-release granules. Apply them once every few months and let the plant pull nutrients as it needs them. In winter, your plant slows down, just like in the wild. That means no feeding. Let rest, and resume once spring hits and you see fresh growth. Here's your fertilizer flow. Feed only in active seasons. Never fertilize dry soil, always water first. And less is more. A light touch fuels strong, healthy growth without overwhelming the roots. You got the light, water, pot, and nutrients locked in. But even healthy plants can attract pests. Let's talk how to spot them and stop them. Even a strong, thriving Silver Bay can attract pests, especially in indoor environments with dry air or stagnant airflow. But the key is knowing what to look for before things get out of hand. Let's break them down. Spider mites leave behind tiny webs and dull the leaves. They hate humidity, so a good misting plus neem spray shuts them down. Mealybugs look like little tufts of cotton at your leaf nodes. Remove them with a Q-tip dipped in alcohol. Fungus gnats? They're mostly harmless, but annoying, caused by soil that's too wet too often. And if you see tiny green or yellow bugs clustering around stems or new growth, that's aphids. A strong rinse and soap spray usually does the trick. Here's how to stay ahead of pest problems. Always isolate new plants for at least 2 weeks. Wipe your leaves down monthly. It keeps them clean and discourages pests from settling. And never overwater, especially in plastic or ceramic pots. That standing moisture attracts fungus gnats like a dinner bell. Here's your takeaway. Prevention is your power. Stay consistent. Keep things clean. Catch problems early, and you'll rarely ever have an outbreak. You've mastered the fundamentals. Now let's give your Silver Bay that top-tier treatment. Time for our best expert-level tips to take your plant from healthy to spectacular. This is where good plant care becomes great. The part most people overlook. The part that makes your Aglaonema not just survive, but thrive. Group your plants together. It naturally raises humidity the same way it happens in the forest understory. Add a shallow tray with pebbles and water under the pot. As it evaporates, it creates a humidity bubble right where your plant needs it. And never pack plants into corners. They need airflow to stay clean and resilient. Rotate your Silver Bay once a week. Even light equals even growth. Wipe the leaves monthly with a damp microfiber cloth. That's not just for shine. It unclogs the stomata so your plant can breathe. And don't be scissor happy. Only trim fully brown tips. Green leaves are working. They're still pumping energy into your plant. These are the moves that elevate your space and keep your plant evolving with you. Because a healthy Silver Bay doesn't just look good, it reflects you. The intention, the routine, the quiet progress. Here's your Roots and Rose Silver Bay cheat sheet. Save it. Screenshot it. Post it. This is the formula we've used in schools, offices, and homes across New York City. Give this plant what it needs, and it will give back for years to come. You've got the light, the water, the soil, and now the pro routine. If you found this helpful, drop a comment or hit us up directly at hello@focus-near.com. And for quick plant fixes and daily tips, follow us on TikTok at roots_andros. Subscribe for more. We're here to help you grow.